Moses? Moses! Hoop-de-doody-doo, Moses!
Behold this golden goblet of wine. It is a symbol of joy as we celebrate the festival of Passover. Many long years ago on this night, our ancestors heard the call of freedom, and tonight that call rings out once more, commanding us to champion the cause of the oppressed peoples throughout the world.
I don't know, are you recording?
Can't tell. I think so.
Don't waste this.
I hope so.
Okay.
All right.
So what do you want me to do?
I want you to sing the Passover, you go like Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech.
No, that's not what I sing at Passover. I really don't know what I used to. Well, okay, there's this part, which is the Kaddish. And I will do the best I can, Nina.
Excellent.
Because it's been years and years and years.
When's the last Seder you did?
When did you leave the house? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shechayanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. I'm sorry, I'm not burping. I'll do it again.
We now drink our first cup of wine. It is customary for each person to drink 4 cups of wine at the Seder table. These 4 cups symbolize the ancient 4 freedoms, which are represented in the liberation of the Jewish people from bondage. We were once the slaves of Pharaoh in Egypt, and the Lord, our God, delivered us from bondage by his might.
Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Let my people go.
In Egypt land,
let my people go.
Oppressed so hard they could not stand.
Let my people go.
So the Lord said, go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh to let my people go.
Let my people go.
So Moses went to Egypt land.
Let my people go.
He made old Pharaoh understand.
Let my people go.
Yes, the Lord said, go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaohs to let my people go.
Let my people go.
Spoke the Lord, bold Moses said,
let my people go.
If not, I'll smite your firstborn dead.
Let my people go.
'Cause the Lord said, go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh
to let my people go.
When I was a kid, I knew this word by word. And this is what we did in Hebrew school. We learned these things by rote. And I could do it everything. And then at the Cheder, I would have a certain, as the kid, the youngest male, I would have certain special roles, like asking the 4 questions. One of which is, why is this night whatever?
Halachma Anya. This is the bread of poverty which our ancestors ate in the land of Egypt. Let all who are hungry and needy enter and eat with us.
Oh, here's a question.
Yeah.
Since you cared so little about it or for it, why did you keep doing Passover anyway?
Well, I still believed in the fact that you had a heritage, and I wanted you guys to know something about your heritage. And it was a happy kind of, I mean, there were the sad times, the Exodus and all that stuff. It was a sad part of Passover. But it was happy and sad, both. You know, happy from the fact that Jews were getting out of Egypt, and it was sad that there had to be all these mean Jews before the Pharaoh gave in to the Jewish people, and they had an opportunity for Moses to lead them through the split Red Sea, and then of course the sea came back together again and killed all these Egyptians. But I thought you should know a little something about the heritage of what was basically our family.
We now reach the reading of the 10 plagues, which God brought to the Egyptians. As each one of these plagues is mentioned, a drop of wine is spilled from the goblet into a plate.
Which away, do that blood-red river run from my back window to the rising sun. Red river, won't you tell me what to do? Worried as I can be. Which away, do that blood-red river run from my back window to the rising sun. we care? Hail, hail, we're full of cheer. What the deuce do we care now?
Who turned the light out on my life? And who turned my day into night? You made a mess out of my life. You don't seem to know the wrong from right. Somebody said you were leaving, and I didn't know what to do. I thought I'd never stop grieving. I just couldn't tear myself from you.
And, you know, we all sat around the table, including Uncle Herzl. And Uncle Herzl rejected too the part where you did a drop to signify the killing of the firstborn Egyptians. My uncle got infuriated with that. He didn't like that part.
Why?
Well, who wants to kill people?
What?
I mean, you know, we don't want to go around killing people, right?
Well, but you shed the drop because the idea is you shed the drop because you're sympathizing. You're like, oh, this was a terrible thing, so you're going to spill some of the wine from your cut because it was such a bad thing.
Yeah, but I think literally it was in celebration of the killing of the firstborn Egyptians, and my uncle didn't like it. Well, anyhow, he and my father would have a big fight every Seder at that point. Every year they'd have a big fight.
Festoons my fetid fields,
peeling husks of love is past. The shells are all that ever last. I've taken everything that they've concealed. Well, I told you life was fair. Look around you everywhere. The cruelty of nature is displayed. Wide scorn for no surprise. Everything that's born must stand in I. Who made the world that way? What wicked little twist of fate placed you here upon my plate, here where no one hears your cries. Where was your God to steer you through? Perhaps your God's forsaken you. Otherwise, why lead you here to die?
Merely moments now until your feeble flesh bends to my will, and it will, so rest your weary head. There'll be no pain at all, as everything you are dissolves. Your fate resolved upon my silky threads.
Let us, therefore, sing a song of thanks to God, not only for protecting us from our enemies, but also for the great and magnificent gifts he has bestowed upon us, his Torah, the Sabbath, and the festivals. And now his greatest gift, which we in this generation have been privileged to witness, the return of our land, the land of Israel. Dayenu.
Dayenu, 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 Dayenu.
The second half of our Seder begins with the grace after meals. Praised be thou, O Lord God, King of the world, who feeds the entire universe with his goodness, his grace, and his loving kindness. He gives bread to all flesh, and in his great goodness, food has never been lacking for us. for he feeds and supports everyone. Our God, our Father, feed us, support us, sustain us.
Dum 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 dum. Ergende da cervende da heta kapataka na krivile kalpaceto heta kapataka. Ergende da cervende da heta kapataka na krivile kalpaceto heta kapataka. Ergende da cervende da heta kadum kapataka na krivile kalpaceto heta kapataka.
Do you think the events in Exodus actually happened?
Yeah, what kind of question is that to ask me? I don't care.
Our third cup of wine is called Elijah's Cup. In Jewish tradition, the prophet Elijah is the messenger of God. appointed to herald the era of the Messiah, the era of perfect happiness, when all peoples throughout the world shall be free. We drink the third cup, the cup of Elijah, and then refill our cups for the fourth and last time.
So you have no religious inclinations whatsoever?
These days.
Ever?
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh, when I was a kid, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I bought into a lot of this stuff. Remember, that was before I was bar mitzvah at age 13. Well, yeah, you know, I thought it's the way I'm told by my parents and by the Sunday school people that all these stories. And I thought, okay, that's my, well, I shouldn't say my tribe, but that's the way the people I know closest all believe. And obviously that had to be the truth and all that stuff. And yeah, I bought into that stuff, that Judaism went back so many thousand years and this and that. But after a while, some of that didn't make complete sense either. Okay? You know, so. And there are people who spend a lot of time, they are great religious scholars, they want to understand all these little nuances about Judaism and things like that. And I figure, okay, fine. Just don't push it down my throat.
Success. lying, cheating, hurting. That's all you seem to do. Messing around every guy in town, putting me down for thinking of someone new. Always the same, playing your game. Drive me insane, trouble's gonna come to you. One of these days, and it won't be long, you look for me, but baby, I'll be gone. This is all I gotta say to you, woman. Your time is gonna come. 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 Made up my mind, break you this time. Won't be so fine, it's my turn to cry. Do what you want, I won't take the brunt. It's fading away, can't feel you anymore. Don't care what you say, cause I'm gonna wait to stay. Gonna make you pay for that great big hole in my heart. People talking all around, watch out woman, no longer is the joke gonna be on my heart. You've been bad to me, woman, but it's coming back home to you. Your time is gonna come. 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 Your time is gonna
Now that the 4 cups of wine have been consumed, the official ceremony is over. But wait, our rejoicing has only begun. It's time for some rhythmic Hasidic melodies. Rhythm, of course. Rhythm has always been the very soul of Hasidic prayer.
C'est étrange. Je ne sais pas ce qui m'arrive ce soir. Je te regarde comme pour la première fois.
Encore des mots, toujours des mots, les mêmes mots.
Je ne sais plus comment te dire.
Rien que des mots.
Mais tu es cette belle histoire d'amour que je ne cesserai jamais de lire.
Des mots faciles, des mots fragiles, c'était trop beau.
Tu es d'hier et de demain.
Bien trop beau.
De toujours, ma seule vérité.
Mais c'est fini, le temps des rêves. Les souvenirs se fanent aussi quand on les oublie.
Tu es comme le vent qui fait chanter le violon et emporte au loin le parfum des roses.
Caramel, bonbons et chocolat.
Par moments, je ne te comprends pas.
Merci pas pour moi, mais tu peux bien les offrir à une autre qui aime le vent et le parfum des roses. Moi, les mots tendres enrobés de douceur se posent sur ma bouche, mais jamais sur mon cœur.
Une parole encore.
Parole, parole, parole.
Écoute-moi.
Parole, parole, parole.
Je t'en prie.
Parole, parole, parole.
Je te jure.
Parole, 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 encore des paroles. tu sais mon mot. Parole, parole, parole.
Écoute-moi.
Parole, parole, parole.
Je t'en prie.
Parole, parole, parole.
Je te jure.
Parole, 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 parole. Parole, encore des paroles. Que tu sais mon mot.
Que tu es belle.
Parole, parole, parole.
Que tu es belle.
Parole, parole, parole.
Que tu es belle.
Parole, parole, parole.
Que tu es belle.
Parole, 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 encore des paroles. Que tu sais mon mot.
You know, I more or less dropped out of Judaism in my teenage years, early teenage years. And I really quit when I was in Wisconsin, and it was hard to fast for Yom Kippur. When I was a graduate student in Wisconsin, all these things were more difficult, and I just said to hell with it.
And what about the pressure that you had? Like, Bubby Zelda was always wanting us to be
What?
bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah.
Oh, she would have loved that. Yeah, well, she would have loved that. But I wasn't interested in that.
That's very brave.
Yeah.
I know firsthand what it's like to do something that your family's not, that your family doesn't like.
Oh yeah, like what?
Like dropping out of college.
Well, that was a stupidity on your part. It has nothing to do with religion. And there was no way we could prevent that. I think you made some mistakes in life, Nina, but we're not here to talk about your mistakes. Unless you want me to talk about your mistakes. I mean, I put those all behind me years ago. What? I know how, you know, I mean, you look funny there, but I still think a bachelor's degree from those days would have been of use to you.
Don't you think that Bubby Zelda would have said the same thing about, you know, having a bat mitzvah?
I don't know.
And then you pay the price. The things we do for love. The things we do for love. Communication is the problem to the answer. You've got a number and your hand is on the phone. The weather's turned and all the lines are down. The things we do for love. The things we do for love. Like walking in the rain and the snow when there's nowhere to go. For the answer in her eyes. You think you're gonna break up, then she says she wants to make up. Ooh, you make me love you. Ooh, you got away. Ooh, you got me like walking in the rain and the snow when there's nowhere to go. When you're feeling like a part of you is dying and you're looking for the answer in her eyes. You think you're gonna break up, then she says she wants to make up. Ooh, disagreed, but disagreed apart. When after all it's just a compromise of the things we do for love. 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 The things we do for love.
I think you got to check your equipment.
I am checking.
This seems like a lot of fuss for.
No, I'm just.
I know, but it seems like a lot of fuss if you want to record people smoothly and things like that. You're always adjusting this thing.
Oh, would you like me to stop adjusting? The
Well-
microphone's sort of going into your neck.
That's not bothering me one bit.
No, it's affecting the.
Well,
If a microphone is pushed up against something.
I mean the sound.
Yeah, then
quality.
the sound.
Well, if you have a problem.
Well, I can try to attach the microphone to another part of your gown. Whoops. Maybe that will be better.
I'll bet that will be better.
Okay.
If you attach it so it keeps falling off, you know what the problem is
Yeah.
going to be, yeah.
God is hale, he's old, he's white, his beard is long, his asphalt is tight, he watches everything you do, and then he throws the book at you. Mighty Father in the sky, mighty chromosomes X1, like the sons of Israel, God's a patriarchal man.
And now our concluding song, Chad Gadya. This is a folk song written especially for children. That is, children from 6 to 60. It tells the story of a father who bought a little goat. Although it also tells about a cat, a dog, and many other things, listen well to this song because it really tells the entire story of the Jewish people throughout their long history.
Chad Gadya, Chad Gadya.
Chad Gadya, Chad Gadya.
The Zabin Abba.
The Zabin Abba.
The Zabin Abba. They love them, love them, might be them. Chad Gadya, Chad Gadya. But it paid the little Zabin Abba. They love them, love them, might be them. Chad Gadya, Chad Gadya. Yes, schön robi achli gadyo, di zabin abo, di zabin abo, di zabin abo, bisrei zuzei labidem pabidem mayir vidyiram, chad gadyo, chad gadyo, parit paid di zabin abo, bisrei zuzei labidem pabidem mayir vidyiram, chad gadyo, chad gadyo, chad gadyo. Yes, malek amobez, di shugat oy le shachet, di shugat le serro, di shugat le mayir. Nisha sala maya de khumeli nura de sura de khitru de ikla khalb de shil shindra de yaql de gadja de yaql de gadja ושוחט למלאך המוות. די שוחט ושוחט, די שוחט וטיירו, די שוחט למאיו, די חול ניר, די שוחט למאיו, די חול ניר, די סורף לחיף די די חלב די נושא שנה די יאכל לגד די יאכל לגד
I think when it comes to our kids, we did a pretty good. We were very lucky. I mean, you didn't follow everything I wanted you to do. Josh didn't, Liz didn't, but and I think again when it comes to financial success, and remember someday you're going to have to eat, and you need money to eat, Nina, and to live. And I hope that in this lousy economy, you don't suddenly find that you're completely at sea. Now, as long as your mother is alive and we have the house, you'll have a place to go if it's absolutely necessary, and we hope that doesn't happen, but at least you got some degree of fallback. But I would have been happier if you had been more financially independent by now. So anyway, you know, if you had built up more money in your bank account and stuff like that, I think I'd feel I could rest eat more easily about you guys. But since there's nothing I can do about it, and you know, my own life is coming to an end one of these days soon, right here in Urbana. You know, I just hope that things go well for you. Yeah, as I say, I'd feel a lot better if you had more security, but it's a father's job. So anyway, what else?
Next year in Jerusalem.
God gave this land to me, this brave and ancient land to me. And when the morning sun reveals her hills and plains, then I see a land where children can run free. So take my hand and walk this land with me, and walk this lovely land with me. Though I'm just a man, when you are by my side, with the hand of God, I know I can be strong. Just a man, when you are by my side, with the help of God, I know I can be strong to make this land our home. If I must fight, I'll fight to make this land our own, until I die. This land is
Give me that old-time religion. Hallelujah, good enough for me.
Give me that old-time
Old-time
religion. Looking for religion.
Good religion like it used to be.
Give me that old-time religion.
Religion, Lord.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, good enough for me.
Give me that old-time religion. I'm looking for religion.
Good religion like it used to be.
Give me that old-time religion.
Lord.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, good enough for
Oh,
me.
give me that old-time religion. I'm looking for religion like it used to be. Give me that old-time religion. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, good enough for me.
It was good enough for my mother.
Hallelujah.
It was good enough for my father.
Hallelujah.
It will help me through my sorrow.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, good enough for me.
Give me that old-time religion. I'm looking for religion.
Good religion like it used to be.
Give me that old, hallelujah.
Hallelujah, good enough for me.
It was good enough for Paul and Silas.
Hallelujah.
It was good for the Hebrew children.
Hallelujah.
It will help you get the better. Hallelujah. Lord, give me that old. I'm looking for religion. Give me that old. Hallelujah. Well, give me that old. It gets in your hand. Give me that old. Lord, hallelujah. It was good enough for my mother when she got in trouble. It was good. Yes, it was. Hallelujah. Give me that old time religion. It gets in your feet along and make you shout sometime. I want the oh, 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 hallelujah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechiyanu v'kiyamanu v'hegiyanu hazman hazeh. And then you drink the wine.